Hello friends, my name is Anastasia and welcome to my plant room. So as a new plant parent, you can get worried and anxious about taking care of your plant, but in reality there's a lot of plants that are really easy, low maintenance that you can add to your space. So you're an absolute beginner, you're looking to add a few new plants for your house, but you don't know where to start. Well, you clicked at the right video because today I'm going to talk about some plants that are easy to come across, simple in care, and are stunning to look at.
Yes! That's awesome!
So here's my top 10 plants that will be a perfect addition to your house. So the first plant on my list is, ta-da! Moon cactus. It is so cool looking, it is so fun, it is so unique and controversial. Yeah.
That's suspicious.
So the reason for the controversy is the top part and the bottom part are two separate plants grafted together. And while the green part can live on its own because it has a lot of chlorophyll, the top part just eventually dies. And once you see the top part declining, you can just take it off and let the green cactus do its thing and grow big and strong. And for now, it's a really fun pop of color and a really cool plant to look at. So the care for this plant, as you can imagine, is really easy. It is a cactus. It likes drought and likes to dry out between waterings. It likes sun, so if you can put it on a windowsill and just give it as much sun as you can, it will just be really happy. And you can see that the soil is getting dry. I will probably water it today or tomorrow. And yeah, happy little cactus. This second plant on my list is my philodendron Brazil. It is so stunning. You can see how big and bushy it is, and believe it or not, I grew it from a tiny little plant. It has produced so much growth for me, and every single leaf is so unique and cool looking. The variegation on this plant is really unstable, and it can produce the most fun, unique patterns. So the care for this guy is really easy. As I said, it requires a medium light. Bright shade would be great as well. It does not like any direct sun like most leafy houseplants. I water it every week. I would say just kind of put your finger in the soil and touch it and see how it feels. If it feels a little bit moist, then just leave it, give it a few more days, and come back to it when the soil is fully dry and when it looks dry. You know what I mean? Wet soil looks way darker. So the next plant that I would like to talk about is my beautiful orchid. I have had this plant for a few years, and this is the first time that it has rebloomed for me. Look how beautiful this flower is. So this beautiful tropical plant is really easy to take care of. All you need is low to medium light. It likes humidity, so it will really be happy if you can put it in the bathroom or near a kitchen sink or somewhere where it can get occasional mist here and there, and it thrives on it. Make sure to fill up the water in the pot until the very top and just let the plant sit for about 20 minutes. So just make sure that you pour all the water out of the pot after you're done watering, and it will reward you with beautiful flowers like this every year. So my next plant is my pink syngonium. It is really hard to name the exact variety. I don't think it's a strawberry cream. It might be pink robusta. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments which exact variety I have here. And it grows incredibly fast. And it is one of the simplest plants in terms of care and maintenance in my collection. It is so easy to take care of. It likes medium to bright light. It likes being watered maybe once a week when it feels thirsty. You can see the soil gets really dry and the leaves kind of get a little upset. So I just cannot wait until this plant gets a little more mature and until it just starts trailing, because this is, believe it or not, a trailing plant. So the next plant that I would like to talk about, I'm sure will come as no surprise to most people. It is my Sansevieria moonlight, also known as snake plant. So look how cool this variety is. This plant is the most recent addition to my collection. I used to have one snake plant before that I have swapped in the past for something else, and I'm really glad to have another snake plant in my collection, and this one just is breathtaking. Look at this leaf. Oh, so cool. I can't wait to see it grow. It is a pretty slow grower, but it creates a lot of pups on the side, which are basically baby snake plants. So this plant grows in most light conditions. It grows from low light to bright indirect sun, which if you can give it bright indirect sun, it will thrive and it will grow way faster, but it will be just fine and very happy in a low or medium light space, whatever you have available for it. So I highly recommend considering adding this plant to your plant collection and researching other varieties of the snake plant, because they have so many different patterns and colors, and you know, you can for sure find something that speaks to you. So the next plant on my list is, ta-da, Tradescantia zebrina. This plant is very common. It is overlooked by a lot of people because it is that common and that easy to come across. It is gorgeous. It is silver and sparkly and beautiful, and it has a really fun maroon purpley back of the leaf that's just so cool and unique, and the more sun you give it, the more sparkly and intense color you will get. I got this plant as a little cutting from a friend, and it turned into this beautiful whiny little beast, and it only took about maybe 5 months for this to happen. Oh great, I guess we're propagating today. This plant is so easy to propagate that you can just stick it back in the soil and it will do its thing. So this is my Ficus elastica burgundy, even though I think it has reverted to a regular Ficus elastica because it does not give me too much of a burgundy anymore, and it happens to plants. It reverted to a green version, even though I was giving it a lot of light, but sometimes plants just have mind of their own. This beautiful plant is so big and it has grown incredibly since I got it about 3 years ago, I want to say. It was one of my first actual big houseplants, and it has not disappointed me. So this plant I was able to propagate, I was able to share this plant and even swap for some other plants with other plant collectors. It is sitting in a sunny spot, it gets bright indirect light and sometimes even a little bit of evening sunlight, which it actually I found loves. It requires watering maybe once every week and a half since it's a pretty hefty pot, so it takes a little longer for it to dry out. Another fun part of this plant is that it comes in a lot of different colors. There's a Ficus teneki that has like a beautiful white variegation on the leaves. There's Ficus ruby that has a really pretty ruby red color. So it's a really nice and easy plant to add to your collection if you're looking for a bigger plant. It is really easy to come across and it is not going to be a hit on your budget. Next up, snow pothos. This plant could be a statement piece in any room. The unique thing about this plant is the leaves are actually white and the variegation on them is green and not the other way around. It requires medium light. Watering once a week couldn't be easier. And these care tips apply to any pothos that you prefer because there are so many varieties of common pothos plants. There's marble quin, there's snow quin, there's pothos and joy, there's golden pothos, there's neon pothos, whatever you like. This is my beautiful golden pothos. It is a small cutting that I got at a plant swap and it is already growing new leaves, super fun. Can't wait to see it big and bushy. I will keep you guys updated on this plant. The next plant in my collection that I would like to talk about and recommend to anybody who is considering getting a big low maintenance plant is my Monstera Deliciosa. I know, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
When it comes to care, Monsteras prefer medium to bright indirect light. I water mine about every 2 weeks since the pot is pretty big. The care tip that I can give you that really did wonders for my plant is use a moss ball. Since in wild nature, monsteras latch onto the trees nearby using their aerial roots, and that allows the plant to grow really big leaves. And the last plant that I would like to introduce you to is, of course, the ZZ plant. I could not make a video of favorite houseplants that easy to care for, easy to come across without bringing up ZZ plant. So the cool thing about this, guys, is that their roots are these big potato-looking bulbs that carry all the moisture. So this plant does not need a lot of watering. It needs probably every 3 weeks or even once a month, depending on the season and depending on where it's located in your house. But I would wait until the soil looks really dry before watering it, and it will take a while. It requires medium to low light. If you can give it a bright and direct light, it would really be happy and growing even faster. So a really cool thing about this plant is that it also comes in raven color. It is literally called ZZ Raven, and it is just stunning. Honestly, I think that the darker form of this plant is definitely my favorite. It is just witchy and cool and stylish. I don't know, there's something about this plant that's just really impressive. So this is the last plant on my top 10 list of common house plants that are really easy and low maintenance. Please let me know in the comments if you have any of these plants and your experience with them. Also, if you think that I've missed some of the plants, I would love to know your opinion. Also, if you like this video, please consider liking it and subscribing. It would really help me produce more videos in the future. Also, follow me on Anastasia's Plant Room on Instagram. And thank you so much for watching. Bye. Or I have it on a little shelf